Hello, fine, how are you?
Recording in progress.
I'm good, thank you. All right, so what did we do last lesson on the interview prep? We were just talking about the relationships, right? If I just ask you guys like some random questions, who want to be the first? I think Ebru. So let's start with Ebru. Anyway, like I'm gonna ask you guys all, so nothing will be changed if you become the first. How we can create a many-to-many relationship?
Well, we can create a many-to-many relationship with a junction object.
Okay.
And also, yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So while we are creating the many-to-many relationship, what should be the like relation?
Master detail.
And how many master detail we need?
Two objects, two master detail relationship.
Okay. And let me ask this one to Abrunil. Can you give me an example for the like hierarchy relationship? Hello.
I'm trying to remember.
Okay.
I think.
If you want, you can share the screen and show us.
Maybe if somebody help me, I can. I will be happy. I can share, but let me just first log in.
Okay.
Yes. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, we can see that.
Okay. Hierarchical. I'm going object manager, I think first. And I was trying to check my notes for hierarchical relationships. I need lookup field for the user object.
Can you just show us over the org?
Actually, I don't remember that much the details.
Okay, where we can check this all kind of relationships.
Relationships.
Say you just joined the team and you don't know this org, but you would like to see like what kind of relationships it has.
I just open an object, for example, account object, and I was looking for a lookup field for including user, and I see account owner here, but actually I don't remember that much.
Okay, this is for the specific object you are looking for the relationships, which is account object. But if we would like to see all the objects and relationships, in this org?
I can search from setup for hierarchical or roles or for user. Can we see like that?
Okay, can you do it? I'm just looking.
Okay.
But you got the point, right? Like,
Yeah, I
what is
don't.
the exactly question, like what we trying to find right now?
You want to see these hierarchical relationships all together, right? In all of them at the same time.
No, I'm just trying to guide you, like how you can reach. That's why, like, I was asking, for the specific object, you can go to the relationship, for example, account, or you already did. But is there any other way to see the relationship in this org, all the objects together?
Sorry, I had to put myself mute because
Okay, I got it. So, Tunç, can you share the screen and show us like where we can reach this all kind of relationship? Or is there any way to see that?
Sure, on my own organization over here.
Can you
make
share
it
your
full.
screen?
I think I am. I'm in the green box right now on my screen too.
Okay, let me switch the screen. Now I think I can see your.
Sounds good. So can I make it a little bigger? So technically, for the hierarchical relationships through the schema builder, we able to figure out all the objects connections between each other through the schema builder. That's going to give us a relationships with the schema builder from here. That's kind of, our own organization is a requirement, and those lanes give us a relationships between the objects. For example, this one master detail, and we recognizing these relationships through this color map.
Yeah, sounds
Lookup relationship, master detail relationship, and the required fields. For example, on this review object, these red bar places are required. When we try to, fetch data about this or create a data about this object, we need to make sure what fields are required, because that's the only way to create or fetch and check the details on that kind of details. That's kind of the important part.
Okay. So the first part of my question, it is like you explained it very well. So we can just go through the schema builder. The difference between the schema builder and if we are checking from the object, we can just check the relationship for specific object from the object manager.
Yeah.
But if we come back to schema builder, whatever object we would like to see, if we select all the objects, it is gonna show us all the objects and all the relationship inside it.
Correct.
Yeah. So from here, can you show me any example for the hierarchical relationship?
Hierarchical.
Yeah.
Hierarchical relationship over here. So position, employment website, and job posting.
No, if you want, you can add more objects if you don't have any hierarchy relationship here.
So last lesson, we created a hospital and a doctor. This is a master. This is a detail. We keep it like that. That's meaning hospital is the master, because that's the main resource for the doctors, and the doctors are the child object on the hospital. that we created like that. So basically, how can I explain other things on it? So I can say it's kind of, you know, the data box. That's the biggest box for this relationship. And we keep in the data as doctor data inside the hospital. I think that's the easiest way to example for that kind of relationship.
So, is there any hierarchy relationship between hospital and doctor, you are saying?
Any hierarchy. So, hierarchy relationships kind of managers and the subordinate things if we're talking about you know, the roles. But on the objects, beside the relationship, look up for the master detail. What kind of hierarchical relationship we have? I'm sorry, I don't know that question. I think I didn't get it.
Okay. How many different type of relationships do you guys know? This question is for all of you guys.
Sorry for the bark.
Yeah, no worries.
We know master detail and many to many. Hierarchical, but I think we didn't see that much example for hierarchical relationship. Maybe I don't remember. Just my bad. And you talked about self-relationship in the
Okay.
previous class.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
remember.
So, I don't agree only one part because I believe I show you guys the hierarchy relationship.
No, I didn't mean for our interview classes. I did mean at the start of our
No,
course.
yeah, don't worry about the other classes. I'm just trying to see, while I was trying to explain some stuff in the interview prep class, how much knowledge you guys have from the previous classes. That's what I'm trying to check.
Okay, I was checking my memory from the start of the our admin classes with Sanjay.
If you guys want, I can just try to guide you guys, like.
Yeah, can I
because
share my screen?
No, while I was explaining the hierarchy relationship, Tunç was the one. He was asking me the question about one of the object, and I told you guys there is a field. You can use this one as a hierarchy relationship or self relationship.
Self-relationship, let me see. What did I write?
I think that was under the
Delegate.
user object. Am I
Is
right?
it delegated?
Approver.
Approver?
From-
Something like that?
So we are still seeing like Tunç screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I believe it was about, like, if you go to the user object,
On the user object.
it was under the user object, and there was delegated approver field as a sample for the self relationship.
Yeah.
So what was the self relationship then?
Creating a lookup relation in the same object.
The same one.
Inside the same object. That's good. So
It was user to user, as we see here
Yeah.
on Tunç screen.
can you go to the schema builder, Tunç?
I think we have self relationship in case two, maybe. I think.
I didn't get what you mean.
We have a case field, lookup field, I think, in case. Maybe it's another example for self relationship.
Yeah, we can check that one because it's not in my memory, but can you go through the account object, not the user? Okay, so can you make it a little bit bigger? Yes. So can you see one line, red line, which means it is master detail relationship, right? What it says?
Hierarchy from account to account. If
Yeah.
we're talking about this one, that's for the employee to account, but probably we're talking about this one. Hierarchy from account to account.
So did you guys remember now about the hierarchy relationship? Because I show you guys the delegated approver as a sample for the self relationship inside the user object. When you check the user, you can see that goes to the user also. But in the account, it is master detail relationship. It goes to the account object itself again. So if you go to the field inside that account object, can you just scroll down the, yeah, more. Can you see the field? It shows like the parent account field. It has a hierarchy relationship. Because in the account object, we have a person account also, which is underneath the account object. So if you guys need to remember about the hierarchy relationship, this is the example for it. There is a master detail relationship in the same object, and it has a hierarchy inside it. So there is normal person account and there is account object. Person account object and account object. Person account object is underneath the account object. Think about that way. And the thing is here, the difference, we cannot create this hierarchy relationship. It was itself from Salesforce. Does it make sense?
So we cannot create any hierarchy relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we just did like master detail lookup and many-to-many.
And
So
we're
what is-
talking about the custom objects, right? We're talking about the standard objects, sorry.
We are just talking about the relationships. It doesn't matter if
Relationship.
it's custom or standard.
Okay.
So what is the main idea of this hierarchical relationship?
This is like these part of questions. If they would like to give you a like hard time on the interview, they can ask.
Mhm.
And in the like real life, inside the companies, some of the objects has their child objects, like person account object. Because
Talking about something like this, position.
no. It is not about like, we are not talking about the different objects.
Got
We
it.
are just talking about the same object. It has another object. Think about that way. Person account object is related to the account object, and it is child of it.
Got it.
Why do you call it person account?
Because there is an object like that.
Person.
And when you check, you are not going to see that.
Got it.
Mhm.
That's why it says like parent account field as a hierarchy relationship.
And this still counts as one master detail relationship, right? And the
If-
other one is, I believe, with account has another one with, I don't know what that red line goes to. Is it
Employee, it goes to the
employee? So, and that's it for account. Is that it?
for
With this
account,
schema, yes. With this schema, without the other objects, that's what we're
Yeah,
seeing right now.
if you add more objects, it is possible you can see more relationship with the account. But for now, according to the current objects, it has like one master detail to the employee object, and it has a hierarchy relationship to the from the parent account field. But if you notice that hierarchy relationship is inside the same object, like account to account, it looks like a self relationship, but self relationship is becoming with the lookup relationship, not with the master detail relationship. Does it make sense?
Like,
I
it's
understand.
like I wouldn't understand this is a hierarchical relationship unless we hover over this line and see it.
Yes.
Because it could be like master detail or self, right? Self relationship. Like, how would we know?
Because
And
according
it says like hierarchy right there,
yes,
but like
when
I
you
wouldn't know like without looking at it.
yes, that's why I'm just giving you some specific example for the hierarchy relationship, because not all the objects have the hierarchy relationship.
Is there any other object?
I know only this one.
Okay.
And when we check the legend on the right top corner, we can see only like lookup and master detail relationships over there. And
So it can be
according to the
misleading.
color, when you check, it looks like it is like a master detail relationship. But when you come over it, it says hierarchy. It doesn't say master detail from account to account.
Can we say account object has 3 relationships?
What do you mean?
We can talk about self relationship, master detail relationship, and hierarchical relationship.
And many-to-many relationship.
Yeah, for account object.
No, we are.
Sorry,
Guys, like
I understood that.
you are confusing, or I am not explaining very well. I am just underlining it one more time. We have 4 different type of relationship we talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Lookup relationship, master detail relationship, many-to-many relationship, and we said hierarchy relationship. And one more relationship we talk about it, it was self relationship. We didn't count that one as a like different type of relationship. But if you count that one, it's gonna make 5. But we are not talking about just specific for the account object right now. This is the general relationships types. And when we come to the examples for each of these relationship, we were just talking about hierarchy relationship, and we found an example on the account object. For the self relationship, I gave you an example on the user object. Can you just, make it bigger for the user?
That's the biggest
Okay.
that I can. But I can zoom through maybe. That's all I can do, I think.
When we go from the object manager, underneath the user, we found a field named delegated approver. And it has a lookup relationship to itself, which means there is a lookup relationship in between user object to user object, which is same object. In this case, it is self relationship. Can you hover over that blue line? Lookup relationship, user to user. This is self relationship. But if you come, somebody was asking, like, is there anyone? There is one more hierarchy relationship here. From user to user, but it is like, it looks like a master detail relationship because it is red, right? When you come over it, manager field has a hierarchy relationship inside the user object.
And we are not able to call it through the, the objects.
We cannot do it. These are coming with the Salesforce.
Got it.
That is why, like, while we are working about the projects or something, you are not going to be able to build this one. But if somebody asks as an interview question, you should know that. That's why I'm just trying to explain the details. So does it make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So this, we shouldn't be worried about actually managing this, since we cannot edit or recreate a hierarchical relationship. I mean, this is by default, right?
Yes.
But we just need to know what this is all about,
Yes.
just in case if there is a question. And we
Yes.
should just leave it alone.
That's correct.
Okay.
And if somebody asks you, what is the difference between like self relationship and hierarchy relationship?
Hierarchy relationship is by default, but I think we can create self relationship, right? Is it correct?
Yeah, and also self relationship, as you see on the schema builder, it is from in between the same object. If you create a lookup relationship, it is going to be the self relationship. But for the hierarchy, it looks like more master detail, right? Because it is red line. All right, I just wanted to ask a few questions, and it become a huge problem. So, all right. Let me ask one more question. So,
I'm just so glad I got the first question.
What was the question, Ebru?
It was a lot easier than this. Okay. It was just describe the many-to-many relationship.
Yeah. So you guys remember the roll-up summary field?
Yes.
So I think I didn't ask Aslı only. So can you explain us what is the roll-up summary field and where we can create it, how we can create it?
Let me stop sharing.
Okay.
If you want, you can share the screen and you can just.
No, I don't want. I want to explain.
Yeah, you can enlighten us.
Okay, roll-up summary. It's can be created on master detail relationship on master object.
Okay.
Count, sum, min, max.
What are they?
count, how many, and then some addition, min, minimum value, maximum value, I guess.
Yeah, okay. So,
For master detail, yeah.
so when you say count or when you say max or min, what are the values of these are? Like, where are they coming from?
For the detail object, except count.
Yeah, if you share the screen, you can just explain over two objects, which we know they have a master detail relationship. Just be careful, you are not sharing the same screen you are reading.
Okay. My readings, handwriting, taking notes, not
Okay.
on the computer, first of
Okay.
all.
Sounds good.
So, okay, let me find, do we have master detail here? Let's see. We have, okay, roll up here. So let me see. Second.
Yeah, just try to explain over that. Like,
Maybe you can try to create a new object and you can choose that
No, I don't want
field.
to.
no need to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are not gonna spend that much.
Yeah, I just wonder if what is the master detail here?
Could you please roll up a little bit? I saw one of them on the beginning of the list. Go a little more.
Here?
There you go. Yeah, this one, the count.
No,
This
no,
is the
I
roll-up
was
sign.
checking if we have master because we used to have a master detail relationship.
Maybe we can check
Maybe employee.
employment
Think.
employment website, maybe that we worked before,
Not the employment website.
Just employee, I think.
or employee.
Look,
Yeah, because we looked at the
guys,
schema builder.
let me give you some details. For example, you can memorize some questions, right? You can easily say, we are creating the roll-up summary fields from the master object if they have the master detail relationship. But when we come to the example right now, we can see the field here, but she is just trying to understand which object is the parent, which object is the child.
This is actually parents, I guess, because
Which one is parent?
Account.
Yes.
Because we create the master detail relationship from child, so that's why I don't see it here.
Because you are looking for something wrong, because we are not talking about the relationship right now, because we are just talking about the roll-up summary field. And if we are sure from ourselves, we should be aware of that. Like, I can see I'm under the account object and I am looking for the roll-up summary. I found already one. Account employees are the field. And when I check inside the parentheses, it says count employee, which means employee object should be the child object. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So my question was, like, where these count, min, max values are coming from, and you explain me they are coming from the child object, which is all correct. But when somebody asks you to show an example, you should be sure what you are doing.
That's why I didn't want to share my screen.
No. I'm not judging anybody. I am just trying to show you guys, like, what is the difference between something and what is the difference, like, showing something. While you are explaining, you should be, like, having confidence. So there is a relationship between employee and account object. If we go to another example, last week we talked about job posting or
Job posting, employment website, and a position.
Job application, employment website, and position object.
Correct.
So, and while we are checking these some of them has some like sum or min pay, max pay fields, right?
I can share my screen. I don't mind. I already opened with the schema builder.
Okay. Okay, let me see which one has the max min pay.
So I'm gonna look at it. So probably maximum budget.
Position has the
Position has-
min pay, max pay.
But they are currency fields here.
Mhm. Yeah.
We are looking for the roll-up summary fields.
Job
For-
application. We have on job
Okay,
application, we have roll-ups.
yeah, we have lowest rating, like,
Reviews, best
Number of
reviews,
reviews.
lowest rating.
and where are these values are coming from? From the child object. What is the child object here? Review object. And if you guys remember, we talked about one more detail about this. Except the count, min, max, and sum, we need a field which is going to be the child objects field, and it should have number, right? Because at the end of the day, what we are doing is we are getting some sum calculations. So roll-up summary is all about the calculation.
So can we say on the interview like that? Roll-up summary relation based on the calculations operations. To
It
the child
calculates the
object?
values. It calculates the values
To the
from-
child object.
from the child object, not to the from the.
Okay.
Because we are taking the values from there. All right. So. Okay, I think that's enough for the previous classes. So we completed the relationships. We make it like 2-part for the previous lessons, and then we are going to do the reports and dashboards.
Can I stop sharing?
Yeah, you can share. Stop sharing. And I also prepared some like game. I was planning to do it like last 30 minutes because there are like 50 questions. Some of the questions you already answered last week, but I think Ebru Neil was not over there. I am just repeating these questions because I want you guys to repeat it. And I remember myself on Friday, I told like, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. It's better if you just check or review what we learned or what we reviewed until now. Did you guys get any chance to do it?
I didn't.
I just caught up some of the class that I missed, like halfway. One of the class that I missed, I think on the 15th.
Why
I was
I'm
trying to catch up with it.
okay? Why I'm asking, like, if you guys don't feel ready, we can just do it later on. If we do that way, I can continue with the reports and dashboards. But I am gonna keep adding questions top of it. And what are the questions? Whatever I show you guys, I'm just adding that questions. This is not about like giving you the grades or something like that. It is just doing necessary reviews. Which one do you want? Like the play the game or reports and dashboards? Let me share my screen.
I'm okay either way. I don't know.
Well, game would be like kind of like a review for us, like kind of
I think
try
like
to
the
refresh
quiz
our
one.
memories. Yeah,
Yeah,
so that might have been okay. Otherwise, like I'm fine with both.
yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna continue with the reports and dashboards. But anyway, I'm gonna ask you guys that questions later on. I'm just giving the option, but it is up to you guys.
So let's go for the reports and dashboards for today.
Yes.
Okay. What type of reports you guys remember?
Summary,
Totally 4 of them.
tabular,
I heard summary and
summary, tabular.
okay.
There were some more.
You guys can help each other. No worries.
mm,
Metrics.
oh, yeah.
Metrics reports. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna ask you guys to like help me out about the reports which we did before. Okay, this is the number. How am I gonna go to the reports?
Under the home, I think we need to search for data wizard.
From here, data wizard.
I don't remember. I'm not sure.
This one didn't go.
Actually, yesterday I was working on some report module in Trailhead.
Can
Okay.
we write reports?
How did you go there then?
I think maybe it was the same thing with the reports and dashboards.
Let's go to the UI side.
Yeah.
And dashboards from here.
Or maybe.
Is it like this?
From UI, I guess.
No, yeah.
Report tab.
Tab, yeah, we had report tabs. No, I remember.
So how am I gonna go there? Just please
Click
free.
app launcher.
Just relax, like okay, app launcher. Okay. So let's see the tabular report. What is the tabular report? What did we do? We just get some columns. When I say edit here, right? I can see only columns here. Is there any row here?
No.
No. So tabular report, it is just like an Excel sheet. You
Correct.
have only columns. You don't have any rows.
Basically.
Basically, yes. What about other one? summary report. Right? Let me use this one. When we say edit, what we have here, we have columns, all these columns, and we have one row, which is stage. Because we would like to see, according to the stage, what are the values inside our report. So can we say summary report, it consists of from the columns and groups? Can we say that? I think
yes.
What about the metrics? Where is my metrics? Okay, so
Metrics, I think it's a two reports combining.
like what?
Like, you know, the groups and the columns, like a stage, lead source from the outline side.
Yeah, on the summary report, we can only group the rows. We can group by the rows only. It is showing the numbers here, right? All the numbers are same, so maybe it doesn't make sense right now, but say if the need analysis is 6, it is grouping by according to the stage. You can make it ascending, descending, whatever. But for the metrics, you can group by the rows or columns. That is the biggest difference.
Group by rows and columns, right?
And columns, yes.
Correct.
When I say or, it is up to you. You can just use the grouping by the rows or the columns. But in here, you can just group by the rows on the summary. Does it make sense? Or do you guys remember this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let me share that. We have 3 of them. We already talked about.
And we
different
cannot add chart on tabular, just the different.
Yes, that is also another detail. And if I ask you guys what type of reports we have,
A duplicate report?
no.
Sorry, I didn't answer the question. Understand the question.
What type
The
of
question
reports you
is
have?
what type of reports we have in Salesforce. If you guys remember last week, I said something. If you get any question, which is asking you the type, if you don't know anything,
Custom and a standard.
just say standard and custom. So if somebody asks you what is the standard reports, you can say it is coming with the Salesforce. What is the custom report type? Then you can say these are the report types which we created, right? So if I would like to create a report type, or if I ask you guys to take me to the report types, how you can guide me?
Can you ask the
That's
question again?
reports and dashboards from object manager.
How can we reach the record types in Salesforce? Or
Is that report types or report?
report type? We
Report
said
type,
we
yeah.
have only standard and custom report types, right? So how can I go to the, like, for example, custom report type?
Reports and dashboards from object manager, the home quick find.
Okay, let me try that.
The report types. Yeah,
Here. Okay. So we can reach the custom report types from here. That is correct. These are the ones which we created by Fortune Tech. So if I would like to see the standard record types, is it enough to click on this report types? Can I create any standard one here? No, I cannot create the standard one, but how can I reach the standard report types?
is it from the UI report tab?
Okay,
Create new.
from here, if I say new report, if I say all, these are all the report types I have. And it is going to show me all the standard types here. Even the custom ones, it is gonna show me if I have. I should have, but I don't know how many of them we have. They are right here. So if you notice that I am not asking you guys like how we can create a report, but I am just reminding you like what we were doing and what is the record types and how we can reach them. Because these are the things you are gonna forget it. For example, Ebrunel said she was dealing with some trailhead about the reports and dashboards, right? She did this one maybe yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday.
It was, I think, Saturday,
Yeah,
and I worked on Data Wizard. I think it was the same thing with this. But now
Data-
I remember
Data Wizard is totally different something.
different. Yeah. There are, I think, okay.
So this is the theoretical knowledge about the standard reports. They cannot be deleted. And these are created by the Salesforce. If we go back to the custom reports, it can be deleted because we are creating. We can edit it. Okay, this is the tabular reports we already told. Data is displayed in the form of list. You can think about like Excel list. Summary report. Do you guys have any question?
I have a question.
Yeah.
About standard reports, you said that they cannot be deleted.
Yes.
Can we edit them?
Let's try it. So if we come back here, we said these are the standard ones, right? Details. We can just use this one to start our report. We cannot. But if we go back to the custom ones, we can edit.
So we
After
can,
we go ahead, Tunç Bey.
no problem.
After we put some new data to any standard reports. Is it same to not delete? There is no delete option, delete
Oh,
or edit
yeah.
option, sorry,
No.
edit option.
Okay, don't confuse about that because we are using this report types while we are creating our report, right? We are choosing something, some of the standard report type from here. Then we say start report.
Yes.
After this point, we are designing it. We are editing it. So I can just remove some of them.
Of course, yeah.
We don't mention about this. We are just talking about like, is it possible to edit the report type itself? Like not specific for one report. We are just talking about the template. Think about like that. We cannot edit or change the template.
They are default, yeah.
So, was that answer for your question, Aslı?
Yes, thank
Okay. Right. And I was here for the custom reports. We talk about the tabular reports, summary reports. Another difference between summary and tabular report, like on the tabular, you don't have any subtotals, but you have a total option for the summary report. Matrix report. Data is displayed in the form of list again, but the custom data is arranged without subtotals. It is evaluating according to the totals in the slides, but we should mention about like grouping by and adding charts while we are describing the difference between the different reports in Salesforce. Just give me a second. I'm coming back, guys. Maybe 30 seconds. All right, so I don't remember we covered this one while Sanjay was explaining reports and dashboards. Have you ever heard about the trend report?
Trend? You said trend?
Trend, like a Trendyol report.
I didn't heard about it.
I don't remember it.
Me neither. I don't remember any detail about it.
I don't think he covered this one. So trend report is about the historical data. Oops. So if we are creating any report from the historical data, it is going to be the trend report. If
Can
you
you
just
repeat?
say this one, it is going to be enough to cover.
Can you repeat one more time, please? Maybe.
If we are creating any report from the historical data, that report will be trend report.
Could you please open a little bit for the historical data?
So I believe when they say historical data, because I didn't create anything about the trend report, but it should be the previous data. It is stored in Salesforce.
So we
Maybe they are working for the 2019 records.
So probably you should connect it with the fiscal year, right?
Not exactly.
But the thing, if you're calling something from the previous years,
Previous, yeah.
and you're calling about something like that, there should be connection with the fiscal years. But that's a good knowledge. We are not talking about the actual reports, the current
For
data
example,
on the.
For example, you guys are completed Trailhead reports and dashboards, right?
Yes.
Did you guys see anything about the trend report?
No.
I
No.
don't remember seeing this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I don't remember.
like
too.
some of the knowledge is like totally separated. Like each and every piece of information is like on the different websites or like in the form sites. That's why like if they would like to ask you the questions about the admin side, they can ask you like basically small stuff. But if they would like to make you a hard time, giving you a hard time, and they are just trying to prove themselves they know everything, because sometimes you are gonna come across some interview where instead of like evaluating your knowledge, they are going to try like
Like show
how
off.
much they know,
It's good because then I wouldn't want to work for them.
Yeah, that's correct. But this is about like feeling the relationship between interviewer and who is getting the interview. But still, I want you guys to be prepared for it. That's why like these kind of questions I'm asking. Or I'm not trying to demoralize you guys, but you should know. So how can we run the reports? This is not a complicated question, but when I ask the questions, I think right now, whatever I say, you are just trying to find some trick inside the question. But
Let's go to the
it's not
report.
that kind of question. So how do we run the
Click the report, whichever you want to run.
Or when we create a new
Just with
report.
With the gear icon from the report, you can refresh it, or you can run right from button. It's
Okay.
gonna run it, and it's gonna show us the exact page, printable page on a screen.
Okay, and this is the one that's correct, by the way. It normally runs automatically if you just click on this one. Whenever you make any change here, it is gonna be reflected here. But if this is not like selected, whatever you need to do here, you are gonna do it. Until you run it, you are not gonna be able to see that change here. All right. We already talked about the custom report types, and I believe you guys know right now, at least you remember. And then we talk about Sometimes when I click it, it doesn't switch the page here. Okay, bucket fields. Who remember the bucket fields?
Yeah.
Bucket fields is like a regular question on the interview. If they are asking something about the reports. Okay.
It was
I-
like a grouping some values, I guess.
That is correct. Like how it is grouping. If you guys remember, I was giving an example while we were doing the reports and dashboard. I was saying, just think about like the size of the t-shirts. Like
Mhm.
find something to make a category for your product. So if we check our summary report, which has a bucket in it. So how did we do the bucketing?
On the column side, we are clicking the down button and saying add a bucket. That's for specific for that bucket we're talking about, AMT bucket field. I'm
Okay.
talking about creating a bucket on the column side, outline, column side, on the outline,
Okay.
column, the triangular down page, click then add a bucket column.
Okay.
At that page, now we are on the same report created by NDC.
So
And
we
the
are
type-
just choosing the field,
Choosing the field, adding
giving a
there,
name.
giving a name, and then on the left side, on the bottom, it says add a bucket.
Mhm.
Throwing inside the bucket, we can give a name. Like, for example, this is customer, existing customer says, let's say customer. That's going to be a customer bucket. When we, on the clickable value side, click the data and throw it inside to the
Yeah,
apply.
instead of customer, I am gonna make it like X large, then
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it like large. Because I want you guys to remember, like, if I would like to give another example for the bucket, you can just think about what's happening when the farmers get the product of, for example, apricot. They just separate them, right?
Correct.
Which one is like big, which one is like medium, which one is like small. They determine according to their size, and then according to that, the price will be changing. They are putting them to the different buckets. Basically, they just categorize it. The field here, what you are choosing, it's supposed to allow you to categorize that report. Think about that way. Otherwise, you are just giving the name here, and then whatever the value, you are just picking from here and putting it inside. Now, did we remember how to create the bucket? And what is the bucket field? Are you guys angry with me? Nobody's
No.
talking.
I remember the
This
lesson.
I don't remember well. It's just
I remember very well when we create these bucket fields with Sanjay. I think it was maybe for our first class. We worked on this.
Okay. And let me ask a weird question.
Have you?
So nothing is related to the data loader, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what is dashboards? How do we create the dashboards? We
We
go
have
for
dashboard
reports.
steps.
You said we need to go to the dashboards here.
No, it's next to the reports tab.
Okay. And then
Do you want to create new dashboard?
new dashboard. Okay. So this is the dashboard, what we have here, right?
And
We
it's-
cannot see anything because source is not available.
Hmm. I
We
think
can
it's-
create new one. That's kind of easy.
Okay.
Just give it a name.
Okay.
test dashboard maybe.
We need to choose the folder.
Public one. Public one, please.
If we do it like private, then what?
Nobody able to reach out that dashboard to see. Just for the administrator and the creator able to see
Okay.
that thing. Or we need to give a permission, I think, to.
Yes. Okay. Then I'm going to say.
So that's our kind of the play field about the
Mhm.
dashboard. You can think like this is a formal page divided by X and Y columns.
Mhm.
And that shapes giving us a chance to resize the components. Components means the reports. So we are clicking the plus component button, the blue one, and adding the reports in a dashboard. So think about it, you would like to see 2-3 reports at the same time on one page.
Okay.
With the charts and a different values like a sales reports or a maintenance details or a turnaround about the service details, whatever you would like to work on it, just put it inside a couple options. We can say opportunity summary, opportunity matrix, for example. These 2 reports, just select this one and add it on a
Okay.
page. And if you would like to give a different shape, like a dot shape or a table or a different,
Gosh.
yeah, and you can add another one that will be just plain source. It's not going to be efficient on the page, but that's one of the way. Add one more component. Let's say matrix one, opportunity matrix.
We
This
can
one.
The third one, yeah. Let's put it right next to it.
Can we put any Tableau reports?
Thing like that.
Tabular.
If you would like to, you can find and put, but I'm just
Yeah.
working on the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Just a second. For the tabular reports, what Aslı said,
We don't have
No
a
chart.
Yeah,
so can you put tabular reports here?
we cannot.
And I just remembered about reports, how to share. When Tunç said we can share. We cannot share reports like one report, but we can share the
Folder.
folder.
Yes, that is another detail. We cannot share any of if I try to share from here, it's not possible. But if I go to my folders, all reports, all
All
folders, my reports folder, I can share it. And I can give the different type of access. I can
Depends
just
on the user or the
share,
group.
yeah, I can just share. In that way, they can only see or they can edit or manage it. All right, so we were talking about the dashboards, right? So what is the maximum components we can add in a single dashboard? This
They
is my
say-
dashboard. I can see 4 of them here. So what is the maximum?
They say it's, if I'm wrong, please correct me, up to 8, but better performance and the visual performance, they say it's up to 4 to 6, between 4 to 6. That's for the better for page layouts and the dashboard performance.
For the efficiency, you are right, but for example, if we just make it like 4 or 6 something, it could be more visible, more understandable. But if we try to make it smaller, but if we are just trying to like put as much as we can, the max is 20.
20? Oh,
20 component.
good
And
to know.
yeah, we need to talk about the dynamic dashboards. For example, this one should be the dynamic dashboard, right? There are some limitations about that. Let me share my screen instead of that.
By the way, we can add tabular report to the dashboard, but no chart, just the Excel version, kind of. We just
Yeah.
tried it.
It's not gonna be like what we are looking for, but yeah, if you want. So dynamic dashboards, we have some limits according to the edition. If it is an enterprise edition, we can use for 5 dynamic dashboards. If it is unlimited, 10 dashboards. And if you guys remember, we were adding these dashboards to the some of the pages, like home page or app page.
Opportunity page.
Yeah, wherever you would like to do it. So in that case, what's happening when you come here for the sales home, you can see this dynamics chart here. If you just add it here. All right. I'm just trying to cover to finish this one. Anything else? Run as a logged in user. If we are looking to view all the data, we have to run as a logged in user. This is another detail. There is drag and drop dashboard. For that, only who has a permission, they can do the drag and drop dashboards. We already talked about this one. Summary reports and matrix reports. That's why we didn't count the tabular. I'm just going to skip this one. Today, I'm just trying to give you guys some break time each and every time. I'm skipping that. For the view all, we already mentioned this. Okay, floating report header. So do you guys know how we can reach this one? To make it enable or disable?
I don't.
Probably at the backend side, as we checked previously, beginning of the lesson. Let me go try to make.
Basically, what does it mean, like floating report header? When you create a report, say this one. They would like to see this header each and every time, even if you just scroll down and it is long enough, you are going down, but you can still see this header. In the beginning of the lesson,
Yeah.
Neil, she was just guiding me here, right?
Correct. It's located over there. Let's click the reports and the dashboard settings to first enable in checkbox. Enable floating report headers, giving us an
And
option.
It is for
Classic only. So
That's
there
for
should be a
classic.
lightning one. Let's see. Inline, enable inline editing and the reports.
This is
on the
inline.
embeds.
After the shader options, enable dashboard component snapshots. Are we looking for that?
No, we are looking for this one. And it is just for classic.
User interface, chatter option, reports, report types.
Maybe there is no gonna be any question about the
So
enabling
maybe
loading
it came
report
standard
headers.
on the but let me go to the report.
What are you looking for, Punch?
I'm on the reports page right now at the UI site, trying to see is there any other menu to
No,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
it is.
yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys have any more questions about the reports and dashboards?
I'm good for now.
Me
Yes.
too. I think we
Are
can.
you guys going to review this stuff? Which we told?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. I think.
Especially tomorrow, I will go on it.
Okay. Sounds
Nick,
good.
can you please turn on the page? There are two setting options, and then who can access drag and drop dashboard? What was the answer for that? I just missed it.
Just
Who has
authorize
a
it.
permission?
Who
They
can
can-
access drag and drop dashboard?
Okay, let
Who
me.
has the permission?
Mhm. Like
Yeah.
administrator or who got the permissions to create dashboard, something like that.
You mean this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
User who has the permission in manage dashboard can access drag and drop dashboard.
And the previous one, I guess, 15th question. There are two setting options you said, but I don't remember what is it. For dynamic dashboards, I guess.
Setting options? You mean, oh, you mean this one, I believe. Just give me a second. Run as a
Yes.
logged in user. If we are trying to see the view all data, we need to log in as a run as logged in user.
View all data.
Mhm.
Where? In dashboards? In report? Where is this?
What do you mean? I didn't get it.
We may have a requirement in an organization to view all data by every user
In the dynamic dashboard, if we would like to see like all the data, view all data,
Okay. All the
Then-
components or each component, all data kind of.
if you share the screen, maybe I can, but I didn't get it. See, this is the dashboard, right?
Okay.
Say this, which I don't have any. Do you guys have extra dashboard, which I don't have maybe.
I can share my screen, I don't mind.
Yeah, if you have, just open that. Are you sharing?
Yes, needs to be.
Let me stop sharing, and that way everyone can see.
So this is the dashboard I think we created.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, and it has one account, one opportunity, one position report located on it. Was created 66 days ago, it says. And we can refresh through over here.
Okay.
And probably it's giving a, just one refresh in a 10 minutes or something. That kind of thing, it has
Okay.
limitation.
Aslı, as far as I understand from your question, like where we can say this view all data. Do you mean that?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just go to the settings on this dashboard?
You mean
Just say edit. No. I believe that view all is mentioning that inside this one component, you should make the settings as a view all data because you are filtering some stuff over there and you are not taking the whole data.
Okay, so for each component, we will be able to view all data with that, if we run as
we would
logged in
like to
user.
If we would like to see view all data, then we need to log in as a run as logged in user instead of just running.
you mean whatever user sees, you would like to see that page?
No, I don't think she mentioned that.
Okay, I think I got it.
I'm confused.
I think
Me
everybody.
too. What are we trying to do?
Aslı, can you also explain us?
No, I mean, you said if we want to see all data, view all data option in a report, in a dashboard, we should run as logged in user.
Yes.
Okay, that was
Okay.
it.
How are we doing that? Like, what does that mean?
All right. I'm just checking right now because I don't have an example on my dashboard. I was just trying to save 10 minutes for you guys, but it's not.
So the
working.
thing, over here, viewing as a tunk yourself. So if you would like to see all data, you need to be logging on my user, me. As you remember a question, that's why I asked like that, because can a user complaining about the logging in, the problems, how you gonna find out what's wrong with his users? You're signing like the user's name and a password and seeing what he's becoming face to face on his screen. I thought.
No. She doesn't mention that. I'm just trying to find the link or something for you guys to.
By the way, Ms. Chilem would like to log in to Zoom.
All right. I am sharing a link from
So I'm stopping sharing.
the Zoom chat. If you guys click on that,
I did.
okay. Now you should see something like this.
I'm sharing.
I am sharing my screen now.
So sounds good. Let me start.
So for the dynamic dashboard, when you go to the report types from from the setup while you are creating, and when you choose the report type on the dashboards, you have option to run as logged in user for all dashboards. Can you guys see this page?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I shared the link, so if you guys would like to try, feel free to try it. This is one of the I shared this one. It is much more details, I can say, but you have these two options to see the dashboard. And I believe I passed my time again. So guys, if you guys don't have any more questions,
Thank you.
wrap it up here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Recording stopped.